Watch your mouth when you're talking to a man, because a lot of women do that. And then when they get snatched up, they're crying. And I'm not saying that it's okay to hit a woman or anything, but stop acting like a man.
A lot of women want the authority of a man, want the responsibility of a child, and want the perks of being a woman. How asinine is that? Because if you come at a man like a man, what do you want him to do? Because he would not even allow another man to come at him like that. 9 times out of 10, men don't come at other men like that because it would get violent. But women, when you step into your masculine energy, what do you expect that man to do? Get into his feminine energy? When have you ever had an argument or a spat or a situation with a man and he's like, okay, after you became aggressive with him? Your power is in your divine femininity. You're able to neutralize him. That is something we can't bypass. Ladies, when you come at us with your divine femininity, we become docile. Yeah. We become very pliable.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another session with the older man. Today, my friends, we're going to hit on a subject that is vital for couples. Okay, you are in a relationship and you have to recognize as a couple who wears the pants, who is the dominant one in the family, who is running the show. Remember, there can only be one captain on the ship. There can be a co-pilot, co-captain. There's only one pilot on the plane. There can be a co-pilot, but you must establish that one simple fact. And ladies, understand one thing. If the man is not the captain, you as the captain will ultimately lead the relationship to its ultimate destruction. But listen, I've covered this subject a few times already on this show, but it is vital. And the reason why I'm bringing it up again is because I had a Zoom call with a lovely couple in their early 30s, getting ready to embark on a marriage. They've established that they're going to get married. Now, here's the kicker. The man has to move across the globe to the woman's homeland and marry her there and settle over there. And that's the story I want to tell you guys today. Of course, guys, listen, I'm not going to call you out. I'm not going to call your names. I'm not even going to go into deep details. But I'm hoping that you're watching this now because there's a few things that I would have loved to have added to the Zoom call, even though we spoke for an hour and a half. You know, you just, in the moment after you think about these things, you kind of say, all right, I should have said this as well. So this is great for you guys to get a little bit more info. But before we get there, guys, subscribe. Come on. Do the older man a favor. Subscribe. If you've been watching my content and you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Of course, join the membership system. Book a session with me by going to askanolderman.com. If you would like to contribute, if you would like to donate to the channel, I've now put a PayPal link in there so that you guys can contribute. Listen, the suppression on this type of content is severe. Trust me. If I wasn't getting beaten up over here on YouTube, I wouldn't even put the link there. But, oh, man. Yeah. So anything you guys want to do, great. This is not me begging, but this is me just telling you that if you want to do that, feel absolutely free. Send me a message if you want to learn my AI system for producing more content, creating books, creating courses, all of that good stuff. It's now available. Yep. Guys, I'm going full force. Yes, the Ask an Older Man Incorporated is up and running, and I want to grow this business to the next level. So if you're enjoying what you're getting over here, support the older man. And of course, for free, join the membership system. Come on over there and also link up with like-minded people who love this content. Okay, so those are the public service announcements. Let's get right back into what we're going to talk about today. Listen, this idea that society tries to push on us about equality, listen, it's a pile of bullshit. It's a great way of looking at life, but it never, ever works. It does not work. And that is the biggest lie that feminism and this whole woke ideology has pushed on women. It doesn't work. You might love the idea of it, but the second you get a man that you can dominate in any way, shape, or form, you will instantly lose respect for him. Unlike the video you heard in the beginning. Yes. So here is the normal course of a woman's brain. Okay? Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there. If a woman sees any crack or any kink in the armor where the man is mentally vulnerable, she will go at that like a wild animal. It's like blood in the water for a shark. She will attack it. And it's part of her natural biology. It's part of her natural psyche, because it's important for a woman to feel that she has some measure of control. It's part of who she is. Because she knows that she's not physically more powerful than the man, she needs to try to get mental dominance. But not realizing in the course of mentally dominating the man, she is emasculating a man. Because no woman naturally wants a man who is less powerful than her. So hold this in your head, guys. Just hold that thought. You want me to tell you, no woman wants to dominate a man. None. Let me give you a prime example. How many videos have you watched, or how many times have you heard your female friends say, or you say to yourself, I just need a man that could handle me?
Sir, can you help me out? I'm trying to find a husband, the kind of beast that can handle a woman like me.
I'm going to answer it based on your last sentence. Your last sentence was handle a woman like me. Let's look at the average man's life, like I just discussed earlier, how difficult it is, how competitive he has to be, and how many problems he has to fix. Do you think he wants to handle any woman? Like the idea of any degree of problem. The point of having a woman as a man, for me at least, is for her to be my peace and quiet.
I need a man that can handle me. In essence, what does that mean?
Why should he handle you?
Because I'm worthy of it.
Really?
Of course.
Okay, goddess. Hold on, let me ask you a question. Why should he handle you at 38 with 2 children when he can go ahead and deal with someone who's 18, no children, doesn't have to handle her, no kids, and quite frankly is probably a better long-term investment for him for a relationship?
You want a man that can dominate your ass. I'll go one step further. What is the female number one sexual fantasy?
That just kept coming up over and over again was being dominated. Nearly 65% of women fantasized about being dominated, according to a survey of more than 1,000 women that was published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. The act of BDSM, right, is alluring, and it's a community because one partner relinquishes all sense of control, right? They're submissive to that person.
A man who is aggressively, yes, pinning her down, tying her up. Number one fantasy amongst women. What other proof do you want? Ladies, you know that the second you dominate that man, it's over. It's over.
Woman will do whatever her boss says, but barely do what her husband asks. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know how you can be to work on time every day at 8 a.m. But to make me a turkey sandwich is a problem, right? Or to do something for me is a problem. I don't understand it. I don't understand how we've gotten to the place where we're so independent that you will allow another man to dictate your whole life. But the man that you sleep with and say you love, he can't tell you one thing.
Yes. Listen to that. This is the type of woman that the society has created. This is what the feminism push for equality has created. I am married to my job, but not married to my husband. He's just there to provide for me. He's my plaything. I don't have to listen to him. How the hell does that make sense? You will freaking bow down to that boss and to that job. But you know what? The one that will stay with you longer, which one do you think that is? Your job or your man? The man that is committed to you, the man that is committed to protect and provide for you. Does your job do that for you? So let's look at all the conditions that your job will divorce you under, right? Until your position is no longer viable for the company. Until you get sick and you can no longer perform your job properly. Until you miss too many days because your child or any other event that takes place, you're out. Until you are too old to do the particular job. Until we have been bought out by another company and you have been made redundant. Until we are downsizing because technology has taken over your position and we really don't need you anymore. Until, I can go on. But you know what the man signed up for? until death do us part. Men don't leave marriages because it is not to his advantage to leave you.
It takes a lot for a guy to break up with you. Men don't like to break up with women. Men like to keep women around, and a lot of men will keep a woman to a certain distance to where he can tolerate her, but he won't effectively let her go. A lot of times men will let go of a relationship because of their actions. They'll mess up, they'll start to care less, and it'll often cause a woman to break up with them. The majority of breakups are women breaking up with men. But when a man comes to you and sits you down and says, hey, I don't want to continue this anymore, and he breaks up with you, that is a red flag. That is a 911 emergency. That is something that is typically going wrong, more so with you. I'm not saying it's every situation, but men don't break up with women like that.
Men will get crucified in a divorce. So that man is devoted to you. The only time he will leave is when you make it intolerable to him. In other words, you leave him, whether you do it legally or whether you do it psychologically within your relationship, where he now says, I can't take this shit anymore, I'm out. But that's all on you, ladies. Yes, if you make the right decision and marry the right man, that good old vanilla type guy who's ready to settle down and go through life with you, the good and the bad, he's there.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. You know, I think you're a great person. And I appreciate the fact that you realize how closed off you were. You know, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, you know, putting more effort, you know, the same way I did, you know, and I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back, you know, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, you know, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, you know, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. You know, the people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away. You know, and that's what I wanted to get you to see. I'm sorry if it hurt. You know, I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
Unfortunately, most women don't realize how bad they treat men until that good man is gone. And then that empty space is there because they realize I can't find a man to replace what that good man was doing to me. Yeah, a lot of women don't realize that. Guys that don't want relationships, but I lost that good man. Unfortunately, this is what women do a lot. Not unlike you, he's not happy. Men don't leave women because they're not happy. Because they understand that marriage isn't about happiness. It's about duty and commitment. That's why 70 to 90% of divorces are filed by women. But no, you prefer to get married to that job. Forget that word career. 80 to 90% of you don't have a career. You have a freaking job. You have a cubicle. You have a freaking schedule. Is it a 40-hour work week or 60-hour work week? You don't have any options over the days that you have to work. No. You have a freaking job. But you have a man on the side who's supplementing everything for you. And you want to walk in and dominate him just so you can ultimately disrespect him. Don't do that, ladies. So back to the story with the couple last night. This is what makes me feel good about my content. This is a couple that are preempting, preparing, making sure they cover their bases and talk about the hard things, the things that they're concerned about before they get married. Most of the calls that come to me with couples are when the marriage is already in trouble. These guys are coming to me before any troubles arise, just to make sure that I can help them cover any bases that they're missing. One thing they did identify is the man is going into her world. Now, even though they're going to both get a place on their own together, so he's not moving in with her, he's moving into her country and into her city. She has an advantage. He's not going to have a job, okay? He's not going to be making an income. So I made sure that they said, okay, we're going to establish a timeline where she's going to not make any freaking comments about him not bringing in any income for 6 months. Okay? So we established that. 6 months. I said to the man, you got to get your shit together in 6 months, my friend. You're in a time clock. But in the meantime, my dear, there should be no, why you not moving? Why you not getting a job? I say, why you not moving? There should be none of that. But I explained to the man that he better move his ass because he's on a clock. And they both agreed, okay? And I said to her, make sure that when you get frustrated, because you will, you got to wake up and identify when you are being bitchy to him because he's not bringing in the income. I also mentioned to him, don't be afraid to get like a little part-time thingy just to bring in that extra little money just to pay for your food and little basic things because she's already providing for herself. At least if you could cover the basics for yourself as fast as possible, you're good to go. Now, they're equally yoked. There's not like one have a lot of money or the other one has a massive amount of debt. Both of them are equally yoked. So they're starting off on an equal playing field, both financially. So I didn't really have to get into advising them on, is there a prenup, is there trust or anything, because they don't have any assets. I'm telling you this because I want you guys to understand these are the important things you need to think about when you're talking about marriage. And I reminded them, marriage is a freaking business. It's not about the roses and no, it's not a party. It's a freaking business. It's a business and it's a legally binding contract between you two. That means if one of you had a stroke or one of you had an accident and you're in a vegetative state, one of you have the permission to pull the damn plug legally. Not mama, not daddy, the husband or the wife. Let that shit sink in, guys. Marriage is not a joke. And you go in with good intentions. You have to go into it dealing with the fact that one day one of you going to be down, and the whole goal of the marriage is the other one is holding you up so that you don't fall off the cliff. And some days or some weeks or some months, the roles are going to reverse. The other one is going to be down and the other person have to hold the other one up. That is exactly what marriage is about. It's not about, oh, he lost his job or she lost her job, I'm out. Oh, they got sick and he can't get it up, or I'm out. Oh, she's not doing. No. The essence of marriage is to have a support system from another person. Simple. But one of you at some point is going to be weak. And it's essential that the other party is there to do their job. What you're there in the marriage for is to hold me up when I'm falling, and vice versa.
I don't know what women need to hear this, but hear me clear. If you got a man that loves you, if you got a man that's trying, that's doing everything in his power to get better and rise to the occasion of loving you, stay there. Because it's easy for you to be like, I can have anybody I want, because you can. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want me, and that's probably true because you're beautiful. But you will quickly find out that a lot of the motherfuckers that want you, you don't even want. And a lot of men that want you will never love you, will never try as hard as the man that you are with right now, will never rise to the occasion of loving you. Sometimes that's the illusion. You'll be like, oh, you don't know how many men ask for my number. You don't know how many men I can have anybody I want. You don't be wanting people. That's very rare. So if you're in a relationship with a man who doing his very fucking best to learn you, to love you, to get better on behalf of loving you, stick the fuck around, because I'm trying to tell you that a lot of people want you, but a lot of people don't have the capacity to keep you, love you, or take care of you.
And I feel that this is the essence of what most people are missing when it comes to marriages these days. And you don't quit on that shit, because the longer you get into a marriage, the more you know the person, the better it's supposed to get. But communication is the key. You don't assume, oh, he's supposed to know what I like. No, hell no. No. You tell him, baby, this is what I like. Okay, cool. Honey, this is what I like. And there's no objection. This is just what I like. Don't freaking tell me this is what I should like. I should like it like this. No, you should like it like this. No, fuck no. No. This is what I like. That's the way I want it like. This is the way I want it done. If you don't want to do it, fine, I'll do it myself. But do not object to what the other person likes. Both of you are separate and different. The problem I find is women want to change the man into something that he's not, and then when he becomes that thing, she don't like the person he's become. If you're not there to get on the captain's program, you shouldn't be married. Telling you ladies, you shouldn't be married. You should identify that, hey, this is the man that I want to be on his program. I'm good being with this guy. I'm looking at it for long term, and I'm fine being on his program. That's it. Gentlemen, if she's not on your program, do not jump on her program. Do not do that. Because once you're in her program and she's the captain, she'll leave you. It doesn't happen vice versa. And that's the difference between males and females. I don't give a shit whether you like it or not, or how it makes you feel. The reality of it is, men are men. Not half woman, not half this. And women should be woman, not half man. Problem now is most women want to be men. They want the characteristics of a man. And that's the freaking nightmare that we are facing.
I need a man.
I like to even hear that.
I love that.
Yeah. We need more women saying that, for real.
And women are crazy for saying, I don't need a man, I'm independent, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't need to be independent. I want to be taken care of in any way. I don't know why they would say I don't need a man. I need one.
I don't even know why they would think men would find that attractive.
I don't understand why women find this idea that independent woman would be attractive. I don't get it. I don't want to be independent. I don't. I am, but I don't like it all the time. I love the fact that when I come home, my wife cooked for me. I love the fact that when I come, I just need to talk about something, I can bounce it off her. I like that comfort. And that's the characteristics of a good man. Women, you don't realize how much you will have to destroy a good man in order to get rid of him. This gentleman explained it perfectly here.
Women do not say sorry. Women do not apologize. Instead, women gaslight men into apologizing for things that they're not even at fault for. And then these same women will sit there and wonder why their relationships don't work out. I'm sorry, they won't sit there and wonder why their relationships don't work out, because that would take some self-accountability and reflection, because that would take some real work, right? That would take some real accountability. So instead, they take the easy way out. They blame men.
Facts. That's it. That's it. They will destroy the man mentally. They will mess up the relationship and then literally say it's his fault when he leaves. He left me.
I think I have just lost the one person that I prayed for, all because of my self-sabotaging tendencies. God forbid I actually accept good things that are happening to me, because I'm so used to it being a mess. I'm so used to it being toxic. And here I am in the face of a non-toxic situation, in the face of a God-fearing man, in the face of a family man, an amazing person. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think I've just lost. I think I just lost the opportunity to experience something I've never experienced before.
The things that your partner does that are actually wonderful, the things that they do that are their special qualities, the things that make your life better, more joyful, more magical, easier, the things that support you, all those little things that are magic, you start to think those are just normal things that are to be expected, or that anyone would do in a relationship, because you've had so much distance from any other relationship that your memory now has nothing to compare it to. People have a rude awakening very often when they go and date someone else and they realize all the things that were wonderful about their partner were not normal.
Oh, he said it a lot better than I would. And that's the facts. Women don't realize that the little things that the man is doing on an everyday basis, it seems mundane, it seems boring, it seems like it's nothing until it's missing. And when it's gone and you can't find that little thing that brought you joy in another person, that's when it'll hit you. That was a good man. So my friends, listen, I'm going to lock it off there. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this session. Let's have a conversation. Let me know how you guys are thinking when it comes to relationship. Who should be leading the relationship? Now listen, when I say lead the relationship, it does not mean you're not leading it like a proper leader. A proper leader looks at his co-pilot for advice, for recommendations, for opinions, for more knowledge, to expand the leader's knowledge. Listen, the king takes advice from the queen. And I don't like to use these overinflated terms, but I'm just trying to use words that you guys can easily understand where I'm coming from. The king takes advice from his queen. He takes advice and counsel from others within his court. A king never makes decisions on his own, especially important decisions. The king takes advice from mentors, from the wise men of the village, the wise men in his court. His queen is number one. He never freaking make a decision on his own. So when women come at me with this bullshit, I'm not going to make no man tell me what to do. You don't deserve to be married. You should not be in a marriage. You should not even be in a relationship. You should be moving solo, and no man should take you serious. That's all I'm saying. You can do you all on your own, then do you all on your own, but do not interfere with another person's psyche. Don't mess anybody else up. Keep your toxic ass to one side, because human beings are social creatures. They need community. But if you think you can just be independent, do it on your own, then by all means, do your thing. So guys, listen, if you reached this far, subscribe. Hey, join the membership system. Send me an email if you want to know more about my new AI course to help you create courses dropping next week. Send me an email to paul@askanolderman.com. All right? Or askanolderman@gmail.com if you want to contribute any donations to the channel. All right? So my friends, remember, always remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.